There we go. What is that? Well, hello everyone, my name is AstroZ, and welcome back to the next episode of our Forever World series. We are on episode 7, and we have a lot of exciting things to do, and some pretty interesting things to check out, including this over here. For some reason, I don't know what happened to my items. I feel like I remember something happening at the end of last episode, but I don't really remember. Fall ink. I have no clue what that's supposed to mean, and, there's all of my items. Oh geez, my boots and all of my armor in general are really damaged. That I knew actually, but we have to do something about that. That definitely is going to be a bit of a... And we don't even have a helmet. So let's grab that. And yeah, last episode we did some pretty interesting things. And like I said throughout the last episode, this episode is going to be a part 2 to that episode. There's a skeleton there, but I didn't even see that. Is it just floating? Okay, that's what it is. But we have some pretty exciting things to do, and we're going to be continuing the mountain. Hopefully building a big chunk of it, because I've been AFKing, grabbing some more stone, and we have quite a lot of stone. And we also have to upgrade the subscriber board, because I think we might have gotten it to the max now, which we also have to talk about, because what are we going to do next? That is definitely going to be an interesting plan. So I think we should utilize... Oh, geez, nope, get away. Boom. There we go, one shot. I think we should utilize the task board once again. Oh, and we of course have our 2 dogs. There we go. But let's go over here. So we of course did start base, which we weren't really able to get rid of this in the last episode, but let's take that off, and let's take the stone off. And we have all of these things still. And I think with the wool farm, even though I said that we're probably going to do it this episode, I think we'll save it for a future episode, because this, we don't really need too much wool yet. And you may be wondering what we will need wool for, and here's a quick glimpse on screen. It's going to be something pretty big for our big base, which I have mentioned this in previous episodes, so make sure you go check out those. And make sure you go check out episode 6, because it was definitely very interesting. So let's put some stuff on. This, of course, will be saved for the big stuff, like really big stuff. We, of course, have finished the mountain. This, I honestly have no clue when this will be done, but finish the mountain and start the other mountain. As I explained in the previous episode, we will have one mountain over here and another mountain over here. This is going to be a very big project, and like I said, I don't know when this will be done. I think I want to do some exploring. I don't think it'll be this episode, but I want to go back to the trial chamber and find a sulfur cave. Drop 2 of 2026 or 26.2 didn't come out too recently, but I haven't actually really explored it in survival Minecraft yet, so it'd be really cool to do that in this series. Which I don't know where a sulfur cave will be found, and that would just be really cool to get some items, because they could be really useful for some things in the future base. And we also have the subscriber board upgrade. This is going to be something pretty interesting, which we'll talk about closer to the end of the video. I'll put enchant over here, because we need to enchant and fix our armor, because like I said, this is going to break really soon, and if we do want to go to the trial chamber, this is going to instantly break. We do have some pretty good things, as you saw in a quick montage last episode before we got stone. I was able to use our looting 3 sword, and I got sharpness 4, and a breaking 3 on 1 sword, and sharpness 4 on another sword. So we were able to combine all that, which is pretty cool. We of course need to get blaze rods. This is something that I want to do, but we'll definitely have at least 1 to 2 episodes focused on it, because that's going to be crazy. And I think this will probably be saved for when we eventually finish at least one of the mountains. Or we could build a rough version of a villager trading hall, just to get some pretty good enchantment. And also something last episode, we were able to grind at the mob farm, which we built in episode 5. And we were able to get some pretty cool things and a lot of XP, which we might need some more XP this episode for enchanting the armor. And I think that will probably be our very first goal of this episode. So we need to get, once again, probably I'd say like level 40, just in case, because it uses 3 XP points for each thing. Actually, maybe 42 roughly, I think. And yeah, that's basically the only thing we'll need to do, and then we will be able to actually, and of course we'll need to actually make armor. So I feel like this is the first thing we should do. We should get kitted out, because last episode we focused on our tools, which it's not the best right now. Like I said, I just mentioned we needed a village trading hall, but our pickaxe and sword, these are enchanted pretty well. So let's head back to the mob grinder, and this montage will be a bit shorter, because last episode we had a pretty big montage of us getting to level 30. So let's do this quickly, and I'll see you in just a sec when we get around 42 levels. This might take a while, so let's go. And we are back. We don't have exactly 42 levels yet, which I wrote on the board, but we have just about. So I think it's fine. We might need a tiny bit more so we can go back quickly, but let's quickly get some diamonds to recraft our things because I think this is basically gonna break. Yeah, this is literally just about to break. So I don't. Oh, we do have. Oh wait, there's a helmet in there. Maybe that's where my helmet went. So let us remake leggings and boots. We could actually use the old armor to enchant, and we can enchant this to get, and then we can combine it, which could possibly work. But let's see. So, no lapis. Okay, hold on one sec. We have a fire protection 3. That is not good at all, actually. Protection 3. Can it not be protection 4? Unbreaking 3. And depth strider 3. Okay. I think the best thing here is the leggings. So, come on. Okay. I don't know if I want to see that yet. I'm going to put that there. I feel like fire protection would be good, just in case if we do eventually somehow die in lava. I feel like that'd be very good if we have fire protection. I don't know. Let me know, what are the best enchantments to have? And eventually, I think we probably can just make new armor with eventually. Oh, that's also breaking 3. I might do this, but yeah, quickly. I think we will have to eventually remake this armor because, of course, we will hopefully get. Well, we probably will. We will get villagers in the future, and we will get much better enchantments than here. This is kind of random, so I think we're gonna go with unbreaking helmet, aqua affinity. Sure. Okay. Now the moment of truth. Does actually okay. It doesn't say it here. Okay, first we have. Okay, protection 3. That's not great. Ooh, thorns 2 and unbreaking 3. Okay, that's good. Come on. Okay, protection 4, depth strider 3, and unbreaking 3, and aqua affinity and breaking 3. Okay, that's pretty good, I think. Is it? Let's take that off. But there we go. We could add protection 4 onto the diamond helmet since we do have a book at the base. But let's see. Depth strider, that's not very good. Unbreaking 3. Unbreaking 3. Okay. I want to see. Let's get some more levels quickly because I do want to see what that could give us, because we can waste all lapis. We'll probably be in the caves eventually once again. So let's head all the way back down and quickly grind a time in more. Okay, and we are done. It is night now, but let's quickly go over here. We have 36 levels. I think that's good enough for 2 enchants still. So let's see. First we have depth strider. Unbreaking. I'll just do it. Very bad. Protection 3. Fire protection. Okay, this is not that great. Let me see. I'm gonna take that off and let's see if we can get something better for this. Silk touch. Sure. Okay. That was a waste. That's fine. Breaking 3. Okay, I'm gonna see the shovel. And we have efficiency 4. Okay, there, I'm doing that. Even though it's not that great, but now look how fast it's gonna be. Okay, silk touch is definitely a definite for that. But let's grab that protection 4 book and combine it to, I think, our helmet, I said. Oh, there's a skeleton. Let's do this quickly. Boom. Okay, we have our helmet on. Yeah. Okay, 4. Oh, jeez. There we go. Yeah, because we have the thorns now, so there we go. Okay, and I think we're pretty good now. We have full enchanted diamond armor, which I think is going to be very useful until we get a villager haul. Oh, jeez. Take that. And that. Oh. Okay, that was kind of annoying. Okay. Now, our next thing that we're going to make is a shield, which I did have at one point. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe we died and lost it. I feel like that is probably what happened. There we go. Okay, we have a shield, which I'm going to put which I'm not going to use right now because we don't really need it. But, okay, let's go sleep quickly. Okay, so, we, of course, did enchanting. That is the very first task of this episode done. And now, I think, the next task, okay. Maybe we should go on an adventure. I don't know. I kind of feel like going on an adventure before we do the mountain. Because I think this episode might be, I feel like, bigger compared to maybe the next one. Because I feel the next one, since this episode and the previous episode have been so big, I think next episode we might go visit the trial chambers. So that leaves us with the sulfur caves, which I think we could go try and find and explore a tiny bit of. Oh yeah, let's actually go do that. I'm going to put some of this armor away, just in case if it gets... And the diamonds. But yeah, let's go look for a sulfur cave. And yeah, this is definitely one of the newer things. And there are a ton of other things that we still have in the future of this series to do and explore, like the deep dark. Well, we technically did find deep dark, but an actual ancient city. Okay, so let's go on this adventure, and I'll see you once we either find something, because I think that you can find the geysers that basically sort of like an azalea tree shows where a lush cave is. Essentially, the geysers show where a sulfur cave is. So let's just head in this direction, I think. And hopefully we'll find something. Or maybe something different. But let's see. Okay, we are running out of food. But there is a rune portal and a village on the mountain, which looks pretty cool. Okay, we are at the village. We don't need the beds. Oh, wait. That is another village. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, that is not what we were looking for, though. So maybe we can come back on the way back. I'm going to take the cocoa beans. There we go. Is there any more here? I think there's some here. There you go. There. How much does that even give us? Okay, we're at 4. I guess, like, I don't know how much that gave us. Oh, wait, what? No way. Okay, oh my goodness. Okay, here it is. Here is a geyser. Hold on, let's grab these cocoa beans. But yeah, we actually found it. And I'm guessing, yeah, okay, this makes us nauseous. I'm not gonna go in there, but... Whoa. Okay, geez, that was, interesting. But let's grab some of the sulfur. Grab all the sulfur. I also want the potent sulfur. That'll be pretty good with the geysers. But I'm guessing we just dig straight down. Okay, I think this is leading us to a correct spot. So if it stops, then we know it's probably... We probably passed it. Oh! Lush cave and... Yeah, and a sulfur cave. That. Yeah, I think the potent sulfur makes you have nausea. So if we just get rid of that, yeah, there's no more. That effect is not here anymore. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, now as I was saying, what would be really cool is that if there is a mine shaft somewhere close by, no sulfur cube or mine shaft, which is pretty interesting. I'm gonna grab the cinnabar. We can always mark these coordinates and come back and grab some more. I wonder if there's any way to actually just get them, like, through farming. Like how you can make dripstone using dripstone spikes. Maybe you can use these spikes? Oh yeah, you can, okay. But there's nothing for cinnabar, I'm guessing. Okay, well, yeah, this is really cool, but no sulfur cube, like I said. Which I'm not sure why. Am I missing something? I swear they just spawn... Okay, diamonds over here, nice. Okay, we can break these when we get fortune, so that's actually good for silk touch, so let's grab that. Does it just end here? I think so. Oh, diamonds. Okay, nice. 3. Oh, more. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, well, let's grab some of these spikes, too. Yeah, no sulfur cube. That's really weird. Okay, we have gotten out of... Oh, there's a lush... There's an azalea tree down here. That's weird. Okay. We have left the sulfur cave. And... Oh, jeez. There's some mobs here. Okay. Oh, geez. That is a long way down there. Oh, geez. Whoa. Okay, I'm hoping that this guy doesn't shoot me off. Okay, we could jump in there. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, geez. Okay. That was close. I knew that guy was going to shoot me. Okay, well, we have gone much farther down. No diamonds down here, but... Oh, okay. Diamonds right there. But, yeah. Oh, more diamonds. Okay. Yeah, for some reason, no sulfur cube. I feel like that's pretty weird. Okay, but yeah, that was a pretty fun adventure. We did get some of the stuff we wanted. And yeah, like I said, we will come back here if we need any materials, but now we have actually found one. Let's get out of here. I think that was enough for this adventure. And yeah, oh, there are diamonds right here. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, one vein. But yeah, let's head back and let's do some other things. Oh, I have golden carrots for food. I was just gonna say something about that, but this is the only time that we actually needed the compass for that shows on the locator bar. But yeah, oh, there's a wolf. Okay, come on, let's see. Can we get this? Well, we have 64 bones. We have to. Okay, 1. Oh, no. 2. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's go. And yeah, I think this wolf will definitely need a name, which we could do this episode too, actually. And yeah, I think we're gonna use the draw once again. And yeah, I think it was this way. I feel like we're heading that way, so I think it would be this way. Oh, there it is. Okay. That was a lot of traveling. I had to go back to a previous video because I got so lost to check where the coordinates were. I think we were quite close to the spawn of this world, actually. I think we were close to 0, 0. But yeah, that was a lot, and definitely would have been a lot longer if we didn't check the coordinates, and would have been much shorter if we actually had our compass. Because I feel like we went in a complete other direction, and our wolf is still following us. Okay, and there we go. We can remove the sulfur cave off the list, and I was actually thinking about something. We have to make a doghouse, not an actual very small doghouse, but essentially a house for our dogs, or something like that. Or maybe we can even implement it into the base once we start building the building. So I'm just gonna put that on the list, not really as something to do just yet, but more as a reminder, or basically just an idea for me. Okay, there we go. Near the end of the video, we will name him, which I think will be really cool. And once again, it's that time. It's time to continue building the mountain, which I think is going to be very cool. And like I said, there are definitely some things we need to change about it. As I talked about last episode, it is a bit rugged, so maybe we can change that a tiny bit this time lapse. But let's finally start working more on the mountain. And like I said, this will not be done. It 100% will not be done this episode. And definitely next episode or the next few episodes will not be done. And it definitely will need a lot more work. Without further ado, let's just go continue on our big base mountain. Let's go. And we are back. We're right here where we completed the time lapse just a few seconds ago, and I think it looks pretty interesting. If we just go into free cam to look at it, as you can see, this area is of course the new area that we just did. This area that we did last episode is pretty interesting for one reason, and we mentioned it last episode. I feel that this area is quite jagged. I did try and fix some things, but there are a lot of spots that just feel very too rocky. Over here it's a bit smoother, and once it eventually goes up, I feel like it'll look better. this could look very good in the future, but it all depends on how we basically place the structures that will go on it. Because like I said, just to recap the plans, essentially there'll be one big mountain over here and another one over here with a river in the middle of it. This river will probably get shortened. Probably the mountain will go through here on this side. And there's going to be something flying through and some buildings on the side of the mountain. So those buildings could smooth out certain areas and just make it look a bit better. But I think that is a lot for the mountain right now. We do need to do something about this because currently it just stops, doesn't actually flow well down there, and it looks pretty interesting from under here. As you can see, it is basically just completely hollow back here. Oh, just some creepers. And boom. Oh, okay, at least both creepers didn't explode, only one did. Okay, but let's get out of this area because this is not lit up. If we just turn off that, it is quite dark over here. And, oh yeah, we have to name this dog still. And that's actually probably what we should do now. And I'm going to remove this. I still don't know what this is, but let's just take that. And let's go to sleep. And let's just go down here. Oh, geez, I put it in there. Okay, but yeah, let's name this wolf. Let me grab him. Let's go outside. And because we got so many good suggestions, I don't think this is actually going to work. Because, for one main reason, this is too small. We have so many good suggestions, so I'll take all of these. And I thought of another way we could do this. So you'll just sit there. And it's going to look, it's not going to look very good. We will destroy it after each use, but we will need some materials. This may be more confusing than the dropper system, which we had, but I think it makes some sense at least. Oh my goodness, why are there so many creepers? Is there some sort of party going on? Oh my goodness. Nope. Please don't explode. Okay, what is even happening here? Please do not blow up. Well, and boom. Okay, there we go. That was weird. And some dirt. There we go. Okay. Okay. This seems quite interesting. So let's place that there. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna place all the names in here, and when we break it, I think it should be random. And some of these names have been suggested in the past. So these ones are from our previous episode that weren't chosen yet. So we have Steve, Doggo, Wolfie, Growlithe, Bones, Cat, and Dennis. Now these three are new. We have Rusty, suggested by Emmy, Merlin, suggested by Ollie, and lastly we have Mr. Dog, suggested by Turbo Boost. There we go. We have, I think, we have 10 name suggestions. So I wonder which one's going to be picked. And this might be an interesting way to do it, but hopefully it works. So let's go. Drumroll, please. Okay, the race has started. Okay, they're going through. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Okay. Okay, there's a sapling in there. So, we are going to be choosing the one right here in the second slot, because there's for some reason some random sapling there, but, oh! Okay, well, it's Steve. Okay, there we go. Okay. And yeah, so there we go. We have these other names, which actually, yeah, I'll remove this in the future, but we might get a dog soon, so I'll leave it for now. There you go. I'll put all the names back in there, and we probably will use it once again. But there we go. We have Steve for our next dog name. We just need to get a quick name tag. And we moved our anvil out. There are so many spiders. I don't even know what's going on with the mobs. There we go. Now let's put in the name. So I'll just unsit him. And Steve was suggested by Floppy. So there we go. And 3, 2, 1. Boom. There we go. We have our third dog name. And there's a patrol over there. We have an audience watching this. Okay. Let's bring Steve back inside. And there we go. Yeah, we'll probably do this once again once we get another dog. Okay, straight in. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we have some company. Let's deal with them quickly. Boom. Oh no, I don't have very much hearts. Okay, we got the captain. We got that guy. This guy's an enchanted bow. Boom, boom, boom. Ow. Oh, jeez. Okay, he's down and he's down. Okay, there we go. That was kind of crazy. Okay, so, and we have another ominous banner. I don't think I'm going to place it anywhere. But yeah, there we go. We have our dog name, our next one. And definitely we will find some more in the future because there's a huge forest over there, so we can even just go find one. But now it's time for the subscriber board. Now, since this episode is already getting pretty long, I don't think we're going to make any super big improvement to this. I think we're going to go up to 115. But I do have some interesting plans on some other things aside of this one subscriber board. And we will start building it over there. Which, this is going to be underground, but you might think, oh, why is it going to be underground? But you should see what I have planned. So, right now, we have only up to 115 subscribers, but in the very close future, we will build something pretty interesting. So, let's do this. Okay, quickly over here at 74, we quickly have Judea. Then, over here, starting with 101, oh, I don't need to remove that. Bonnie underscore. 102 is Tabitha. 103, we have Polly. Then, moving on, we have 104, Pokemon Girl. 105, thank you. Okay, 106, we have Little Dead Ghost. 107, Arklad. 108, thank you. 109, thank you. 110, The Underscore Paradox. 111, Chu Yankee. 112, thank you. 113, That Underscore Ollie Ollie. 114, Gregory. 115, Heather. There we go. And yeah, so one thing I would quickly want to say is I wish signs were a bit customizable. I know there are a ton of mods that can make them a bit more customizable, but I feel like you should be able to shorten text or just make it smaller because some names are quite long. So I wish maybe signs would be customizable, and if there are any cool sign mods, let me know about them because that would be really cool to have, and we could customize these a little bit more. But there we go. The first original subscriber board is full with 115 people. That is pretty crazy. And also, let me know if I mispronounced any of your names, because I might have. And I'd just like to say thank you for all the amazing support on the previous few videos and on this series in general. I'm super excited to continue this series, and since we finally started our base, I'm really excited to continue this. And as I said, I have a big plan over there, which we'll do in a future episode, probably quite soon, regarding the subscribers. So, make sure to stay tuned for that. And I think that's a good place to wrap it up. So, just to recap this episode, we did some pretty interesting things. We enchanted our gear and got better gear, as you can see. We went to go visit a sulfur cave. We named the dogs, of course, continued building the mountain, which was pretty big. And of course, we continued the subscriber board, filling it up now fully, which before originally would have only gone to 92, but now making this extra layer, we have 115. So thank you everyone for watching this episode, and since you made it this far, make sure to subscribe and like the video if you're enjoying this series. And make sure to comment down below what subscriber number you are, and we'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye!